Hey guys, welcome back to the Baddies West After Show. I'm your host, Maher.
And I'm Sage from GoldenBaby.
Look, I just want to get into this fight because it's the first thing that happens, and I did not think that this was gonna go down the way that it did. Well, we saw most of it in the previews, but I cannot what I saw with my two eyes. Because can I just screen share something real quick? I hope it works.
Screen share it, screen share it.
Okay, because that looked like Lowe's head.
Oh my God.
Why were
Not a
there
poppy.
Why were there 57 poppets on her fucking forehead? I love Low, but like, and I didn't even know where those came from because I thought that Krishan missed half her hits.
Oh, she didn't miss. She definitely dropped the load off on her forehead.
Like, I really thought that security like pulled her away, and I thought she missed her first hit, but
They did
clearly
not
not.
pull her away. I mean, she did
Clearly
not miss the first hit.
not. Oh, poor Low. This is the first
Horrible.
time back on TV in so long.
You said what?
I said, I feel bad for Lo. It's her first time back on TV in a long time, and she's trying to be like a more grown, mature woman from who she was on Bad Girls Club, and then this happens.
Well, really, Lo don't care because she went live and she was like, because people were asking her if her knots were fake, and she was like, "Hell no, I had those knots was real. My forehead was knotted up."
Oh yeah, that's
So,
what I saw that too, and I
yeah,
can like respect that a lot for her being real
yeah,
about it. Being like, yeah, she gave me knots, but she was like, you saw me the next day, and I look pretty as fuck.
right. But Krishan had like two knots too.
I did see that. I saw something
Mhm.
on her head, and I was like, okay, at least Lo got something in because
Yeah.
I mean, she ran up two more times. She didn't really do anything the first time she tried to run up, but the second time she got one little punch in.
So my thing is, when Lo came back later and rushed her again the next day, why he couldn't show us that?
I just think that the cameras weren't ready because that
Mm,
happens a lot with this network because they like set up scenes and you know
mm,
how we always talk about how they don't have cameras running 24/7.
yeah.
That's the issue is that when you don't do that, when you don't have cameras everywhere on ceilings, security cameras, you're bound to miss something juicy.
Yeah, well, I guess so.
That's the unfortunate part about this network. I mean, I wish it could be recording at all times because we would probably
They
be
could
seeing
have,
a lot more shit. It happens,
yeah,
I
they
think, in
could
every
have,
show.
they could have recorded that like they did Jonathan,
Right.
because I wanted to see that.
Right, exactly. Someone could have recorded that on their phone. They knew it was going to happen. Like Razor could have recorded that because she said, "Get your lick back."
Right, but you know, Rachel wasn't even in there. The only person in there was Sky, and of course, Sky felt like Lo was just so in the wrong. Like Lo was just such the aggressor. It was all Lo's fault, and how could you?
I'm going to talk about that when we get to that scene because DJ Sky can DJ herself out of this house. She's annoying as fuck. Like the one time you want to try to be relevant.
No, really, I'm sitting here like, girl,
I,
are we for real? Because
right.
I'm not gonna say I'm gonna text you what I was just thinking because you know I can't. I'm gonna leave the shadiness up to you.
Don't worry, I'll be the spokesperson for all the
Right.
shade. You know I don't mind taking that. So I was thinking about something. I want to know what you think about it because
Okay.
you know how Razor was like 100% on Low's side with this,
Uh-huh.
like saying get your lick back the whole time, and she was saying, you know, I don't understand why she had an issue with you speaking like
Your
uh
opinion.
speaking your opinion and
Mm-hmm.
saying how you felt, like you weren't even trying to attack her. Do you think that Krishan is gonna have an issue with Razor at the reunion because she said like get your lick back and all that? Because I see that being something Krishan will use to fight somebody at the reunion.
Well, first and foremost, because the other person who had an issue with Krishan being late was Razor.
Yeah,
So that's why I'm kind of like with Razor, like with Low piping up and saying what she wanted to say. Since Razor be calling her friend, I would have thought that maybe when Lo was talking, you would have piped up as well, being like, well, she's not the only one, and we're
right.
not just talking about you, but she didn't do that, or we didn't see that. So that's a predecessor for what you just said. And then with her talking about get your lick back.
Yeah.
Like she could, Krishan could, but I don't know because Krishan is very she doesn't always do what I think she's gonna do.
Mhm.
She's kind of unpredictable. So I don't know.
We'll see. I was a little annoyed with the fact that she was destroying the whole house. I mean, we've seen her fight a lot of people, and
Mhm.
to me, I thought the only reason why she was upset is because she knew that this person actually got a hit in.
Yeah, this wasn't a bitch that can't necessarily fight
Yeah,
like Slim.
right. Exactly. Like, I mean, she did get a couple of hits in, and I don't know what I don't recall whether this was before DJ Sky told her she had a
The
scratch on her face
scratch.
or not, because that would make sense to me if she like destroyed the house because she got mad that like her face got scratched or
Yeah.
punched. But I mean, she was like trying to break that huge glass table. It's like, can you calm the fuck down?
I mean, knockers all out, swinging left and right,
Right.
like just. That's why I said I'm like Krishan. When you start doing this, when you
Yeah.
start being destructive.
Yeah. And I get that Natalie was trying to be neutral and make sure they were both okay, but it didn't
How?
seem like she was trying to talk to Lo and see if she was okay at all. It was just Krishan trying to cover her titties up. She was saying like, "Calm down, you're doing too much," but she never went and checked on Lo after that fight.
Because they set that up
Mhm.
anyway. Like as soon as Krishan came in the house with Sky, here come
Mhm.
Natalie. We gotta go down. We gotta sit down and talk because the girls are mad. The
Yeah,
girls are mad. She said
yeah,
that as if everybody was mad at her.
yeah. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Like,
So
how do you feel about that? Do you feel any way towards Natalie about that? I mean, I feel all types of ways about towards Natalie.
I mean, I do too. I think Natalie fake as fuck.
Yeah, I get it. Like, I get it. She's a producer. She has to do what she needs to do to get the ratings, but you can still be a decent person and like check on
Right.
people and make sure they're both okay.
Right.
They're still your cast, and I'd assume they would be considered your friends, maybe.
Supposed to be, but every time somebody's Natalie's friend, it doesn't seem like it's
Mhm.
long lasting.
Exactly. Yeah, we all know that she doesn't treat her friends, quote unquote friends, like real friends.
Yeah, because me personally, like, okay, so I didn't got in a fight with your main star player of your show or whatever, and then the next day you in the kitchen talking to your other friend, laughing about the knots on my head. Like,
Right.
that's not very friendly to me.
Hmm. And
That's Natalie.
Krishan never gets mad at Natalie for her fakeness. We see that she does get upset with her in the trailer later on in the season, but she
Mhm.
doesn't really get upset like she should.
You know, I think that because Rolly be pointing out that Natalie's fake too, but she
Mhm.
still is with her. She still hang around her. She still does the things that Natalie wants her to do as far as the show, whatever. Because Rolly said she wasn't coming back to Baddies, but you back here after you already blacked this girl eye out. Y'all
Yeah,
back,
that
you know?
is true, but at
Yeah,
least Rolly has like taken some aggression out on Natalie. Like she literally fought her. I've been waiting for the day that Krishan, out of all people, would take some anger out on Natalie.
oh, I mean, she did slap her.
Wait, when did she do that?
Well, it hasn't aired yet, but
Oh,
there was a live stream where she slapped her.
oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I saw that.
yeah.
I mean, it would be great. Look, I never am cool with the way that Krishan goes about fighting, but
Yeah.
the one person I wouldn't mind seeing her take some anger out on is Natalie's crater face.
Yeah, go on, serve her up a couple. Like, she'll
Yeah.
be all right. You have the stunner girl getting jumped.
Yeah, Rolly and Stunna going back and forth. And then they ended up finally fighting, and Rolly did nothing. She like tapped her head, and she said in her interview that she was beating her head in.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's so much with that. Give me 1 second because my cat is eating something and she's making noise. Hold on. Would you stop?
I'm keeping this in. Would you stop? Would you stop eating food?
She's annoying, but
Would you stop being an animal?
just for a second, just be a human for a second.
Right.
But so the thing about it is with the Rolly and Stunner situation, like I have so much to say
Oh, please.
because I just kind of feel like, okay, up until now, I've always looked at Rolly as being okay. Rolly's like 30 years old.
Mhm.
So she's approaching what people would say, auntie ages or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And so she gives me like, with me being like another black woman, and I'm not from the hood, but I'm hood adjacent. like there's always like a hood auntie that's always on the porch.
Mhm.
And she's always giving me that hood auntie, like, she don't really start shit, but she'll end shit and like she'll say whatever's on her mind, even if it'll piss you off, even if she loves you, she's still gonna say what's on her mind at that point, how she wanna say it. She's always giving me that.
Yeah.
So I've always like from last season, I just felt like, okay, like I respect Rolly because even if I don't agree with how she goes about things or how she feels about things, like she just really stays true to who she is.
Yeah, she demands her respect.
Right. But how are you this respectable person and everything, and you've built this image about yourself? Even when you fight people, like you're adult enough and woman enough to after it's over with, you're like, all right, look, like we done did what we did, like we gotta move on. How can we move on? She's apologizing when it needs to be done or whatever. But you in here jumping people.
Exactly. And you couldn't have figured it out that this could have been an issue that could have been squashed while
Exactly.
you were in the whole situation and try to jump the girl.
Right. And you jump her after you already fought her. And that's why I said on my review, I think that the reason why she jumped her is because her and Stunner Girl were equal in that
Yeah.
fight. And
Mm-hmm.
she thought she was going to go in and beat her ass, and she didn't really beat her up.
Yeah. She
So
literally
while,
just tapped her head like it was like an egg.
yeah, like they both was tapping eggs, like they're trying
Yeah.
to crack the egg.
Yeah, they were just slapping each other.
This is
They slapped each other maybe twice and then security broke it up.
that's what I'm saying. And then Tommy come in
And
and
misses
Tommy
all her
gets to fighting
punches.
her. Right. And then if you watch the rerun of their fight,
Mhm.
as soon as Tommy walk up, like when she's hitting Stunner, she's not even hitting her, she's going over her head.
Yeah.
The only time she ever hits her is when she hits her twice in the back of her head when security has her head down or whatever.
Yeah.
So I also felt like Rolly probably jumped in because not only did you not get her how you want to get her, but your girl Tommy isn't getting her for real. So you feel like you got to get her by any means.
She was really just getting tugged, and that, yeah, I saw that. Rolly was hitting her in
Mhm.
the head from behind. And then not only that, we saw the random girl jump in, but this time they blurred her face.
Yeah, they did blur her face.
That's what I thought that was weird. Like there's no consistency. If you're going to blur somebody's face out because they're random and they jumped into a fight, at least blur it out in like the trailer and all your other previews.
Right, we had already seen the girl.
Right. We already pointed it out in both our videos.
Look, I've been trying to investigate and find out who that is.
Yeah, I want to know who she is too. Like, is she Rolly's friend? Is she Tommy's friend? Who is this bitch?
Because I know Tommy's sister Versace. I know she ends up getting into it with Stunner, but I don't think she's that dark.
Yeah, and she didn't look anything like Tommy, so
Yeah.
I don't think that was her.
Yeah,
That's
I didn't
weird.
really pay attention to how her face. I just was because it was so much going on, like from the last episode, the
Right.
preview. I was more so all I saw was like blue outfit, and I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Watch it be some random girl from production or something that just started hating her
Right.
on the show. That would be funny as shit. And then they
You
forgot
know how
to
that
put her out.
goes.
Yeah. Oh, you saw Rolly's ass cheek pouring blood. That was so fucking gross. I thought it was, but her pants were on initially. It was like all over her ankle. I'm like, if her pants were on, was it coming down like
Coming
under
down
her
her
pants?
leg.
Oh,
Mhm.
I mean, that was a lot. Like
It was a lot. It was a artery.
that. Oh, it was like literally gushing blood everywhere.
It was, and that's another thing. Like, do y'all really feel like this is all worth it for you to be busting blood vessels and arteries and shit? Like, is it really worth it?
Right. I mean, I'm sure production is not going to pay for your hospital bills. So
At all.
whatever bag you're getting from this show is just going to cover your hospital bill, if that.
Right.
Like, is it really that worth it? And you got stitches, so now you're going to be in pain every time you sit on your ass?
That was say, and you gotta sit, and you're a heavier girl, so I know that hurt.
Right. I mean, if I were to fight her, like if I were a girl on the show and I were to fight her moving forward, I would just go straight for ripping her ass cheek back open.
Straight for that ass cheek.
Yeah. What you gonna do? You always like to fight. You like to fight dirty. You like to jump people. Well, I like to rip your stitches back open, bitch.
Oh.
Let's see how you like that.
You know what that remind me of? Have you ever watched Black King Crew?
Yes.
You remember when what's her name? Sky came back after getting her whole body done and wanted to fight Donna.
Yep.
And Donna could have literally ripped her entire body open and chose not to.
She should have done it too.
You're horrible.
Look, that's the type of shit I would do if you're gonna do that, and I know you got stitches in you, but I'm pulling them out.
I mean, hey, like
everybody says like there's no rules in fighting, so guess what?
See,
I'm gonna rip you open like a little puppet. I'm gonna rip you open like a fucking puppet. Okay, hold on. So, another thing that I noticed is that Biggie's arms during her interview were really hairy in her red dress. Now I'm not against that. Like I'm all for, you know, women having their hair however they want to. But I did this thing where I just looked away during one of her interviews and I didn't watch the screen. I closed my eyes and then I just listened to her. And I was like, wow, that could dead ass be a man.
Oh my
And I saw
god.
the arms and I was like, oh shit.
You know, this the thing with that, because this is one of those things where I'm gonna have to stick to my roots
I know,
because
don't get mad at me, y'all.
oh no, I did not. Well, for me personally, like I already know what you coming with. So, but for me, I just because like even on my platform, and it's not just Biggie, it's
Yeah.
multiple girls on this show where I get a lot of comments about is everyone actually a woman and everybody's a female and this, that, and the other. And for me, I choose to just filter some of those comments out and stay out of that conversation just
Yeah,
because I don't know.
yeah. I'm just saying it to be an asshole, and for like giggles, I genuinely do not think that she's a man. Like,
Yeah.
so I hope nobody really comes for me.
Yeah. I
That
mean,
like literally when we do these after shows and shit, I'm just making fun. Like I don't have
yeah.
any hatred towards any of these women. I don't take it that seriously to where I say I like despise them or think that they're trans or whatever
Yeah.
it may be. I'm a part of the LGBTQ
I
plus
mean,
community.
we both are.
Yeah, so I wouldn't ever want to like
Yeah.
have somebody think that I was really trying to attack somebody like that. But you know, there will always be those people that go to that
Right.
extent and
And
call
this
you
is
out in
where
your comments.
yeah, this is where I have to get my head together a little bit just because I don't want you to self-sabotage yourself because everybody don't understand that. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
So, and just for the record, I don't personally think anybody is a man. I mean, I don't know. I'm not between their legs currently right now.
yeah.
So, but look, that's for Zeus to deal with if there's any discrepancy in that. That is not my business.
Mhm. Speaking of men, you heard Biggie say that she could fuck Stunna's man.
Yeah, but my thing, I thought you didn't take dick.
Mm,
Then she said that's why she glowing because she don't take dick.
no,
So,
for
but you'll
real.
take dick if it's done as
And,
man though.
and I'm just saying, like, Stunna's a pretty bitch.
Yeah, she's a cute girl.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm not saying that Biggie's ugly, but
I mean, I think Biggie is cute. I think it's two different kinds of cute.
yeah,
I think Biggie's cute too. I mean, I think that because like on the last episode, not episode, the last after show we did, somebody was like, "Did the girl just say Biggie is cute?" Yeah, I did say she cute.
I
Just
saw
because,
that.
yeah, people will take someone who has like a fuller face, like for who carries. I mean, let's just not even sugarcoat the shit. She's a big girl. She gonna have fat in her face. She has a big
Mhm.
face.
Yeah,
People see that and automatically think like, oh, well, she's ugly. But it's like if she was to go and lose weight and her face was to slim down, I don't think people would think that as much as they do. I don't think she's ugly at all. But
right.
I
No,
do
she's
think
not.
that she's jealous of Stunner Girl.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so too.
And the thing is, have y'all seen Stunner Girl's man?
I haven't.
Baby, please go look him up. That
Please, please,
man,
please send me a picture.
I will. She's talking about she gonna go fuck her man. He might fuck you back, and then he might he might embarrass your ass afterwards. The way his ass look, him and Stunner Girl probably gonna be in the room looking at you with the recorded video he done secretly
Oh,
recorded your ass.
he's not
Like that's
cute.
what he looked like. You think
Oh
it's all fun and
no,
games? Yeah.
no. Stunna don't got it. She don't even got a like fine ass man.
I wasn't really paying attention to whether or not he was fine. I just know they look like they made for each other. We'll
I'm
put it
dead.
that way. They both look crazy as hell.
Oh, so they both like kidnap her. Oh, allegedly.
Oh
Allegedly.
Lord.
Allegedly. Wendy. Allegedly.
All right, Biggie, you gonna get kidnapped. You're gonna be
Look, I always said if someone ever kidnapped me, I would annoy the fuck out of them. They would literally just drop me off on the side of the road. So I'd be like, are we friends now? Do you want to hang out? Like, I won't tell anybody. Can you turn the music up? They'd be like, please get the fuck out of my van.
listen, me, I'd be like, look, man, just tell me what you gonna do. Am I gonna be your wife? You gonna kill
Right.
me? Right? Like, what you gonna do?
You want to take that mask off? Because if you fine, you don't have to kidnap me.
Down, I'm not gonna tell nobody what life we gonna live because I'm gonna just go ahead and get ready. Can I tell my sister bye for the last time? Just let me do that and then we can just go.
Yeah, and I mean, can I tell my job that I hate working there? Oh shit. All right, I'm gonna take the fact that I work out of there. Okay.
definitely, definitely. That whole first part supposed to be edited
Yeah,
out.
that was just us talking. Okay, good. I didn't
Yeah,
say
yeah,
when we were
yeah.
actually recording.
Yeah.
Look, if there's a fine ass person kidnapping me, don't take me back. You pay someone to take that Amber Alert down.
Yeah, but let me get I need a STD test first. Can I at least get that?
Okay, fine.
Let me see that. Cause I listen.
I mean, you'll never be with somebody else.
I mean, I guess, but I don't want to be sick and then,
That's true.
yeah.
It's still your health.
Yeah. Because then if you a kidnapper, imagine what type of abuse I'm gonna go through. Then I also got an STD. No.
Facts. Oh, when DJ Sky was talking for Krishan after the fight, after Lo tried to fight her like the second and third time, that's what we were talking about, how we were going to come back to that, because that irritated the fuck out of me. I understand that Krishan lost her voice, but baby, you could have brought up Siri and typed or something, told her to speak your
I'm
text.
saying.
You could have asked for a whiteboard. You could have asked for production to speak for you, something. Because out of all people, for DJ Sky to get this little attitude with Lo, I wanted Lo to smack her.
That's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't even just that. Okay, if her voice is lost, then let her tell you what she want to say and then you repeat it. But no, you talking out your own mouth saying whatever it is that you want to say because here go another person with their head up Krishan's ass, Sky. Like, right. Go home, Roger.
Yeah, why are you here? You're literally taking up space.
Taking up space because anybody else could have been there. If Krishan felt like she needed somebody or whoever idea it was for Krishan to come with the friend, okay, that's cool, whatever. We all know Krishan has issues that she working through. I'm not against that. But when it's a person who's a babysitter rather than a friend, I think it's a problem with that because why does a 23-year-old woman or a month shy of a 23-year-old woman, why does she need a fucking babysitter?
Exactly. And I just look, never mind. You know, I was gonna say something shitty. I'm gonna leave this one out because I've been doing a lot this episode already. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna add another one. I'm gonna cut this out, but I'm just saying she looks like handsome Squidward.
That's why earlier I was like, I wasn't gonna say that, but I was gonna say her fucking pumpkin face ass. Shut up. Like
why her face is so goddamn shiny? It's so oily. I need to get you some oil pads.
I think she looked like she got a lot of filler. And I'm not gonna lie, Krishan, like she might have some filler too, but I might be tripping. It may be alcohol or whatever, because her face looks so full at the bottom.
But DJ Sky's, it doesn't even look like real filler. It looks like it got stuck in one place instead of dispersing like across her face. It looks like, you know how Lo's lumps looked, but just like bigger.
Oh my god!
And like bigger portions.
Lord, are you keeping this party?
I think so.
Lord, but I mean it's. Oh god, like she just like she got filler, and sometimes with filler and Botox, if you get it done incorrectly, please hush.
I know she got that shit done in Thailand. I'm just saying.
If you get it done incorrectly, it can cause your face to just look stuck, and her face looks stuck.
It really does. Speaking of taking up space, you heard how they were saying that Stunna, Krishan, and Tommy were like going home because they live in the area and shit. Like, that's just another instance where why the fuck do we need these houses?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if they can go home and still like, why not? Why don't y'all just have this set up like Love and Hip Hop?
Exactly. And if not, why do we need to do these whole room situations? Like, is there still not enough room for each person to have their own?
Well, apparently that was all fake, and Natalie did that for TV.
She's irritating as fuck. I hate her.
That's what I'm saying. Natalie gotta go.
She really does. Like, again, just be behind the scenes, please.
Girl, please.
You know what you're doing. You know how to, clearly you set up that first big fight. You know how to bring the drama when it comes to setting shit up, but like
Natalie probably feel like all these views are coming from her mastermind, which I guess part of it is, like, I'm not gonna downplay what Natalie has done, but it's also causing her to look over the places where she's messing up, because we really do not care about this fake shit that you keep doing. I'm trying not to curse so much. I don't want you to lose your what you call it. I don't know your rules.
Monetization. I think the only way that you lose it is if it's in the first 30 seconds.
Really? Because I'd be cussing the first 30 seconds, but
Oh, okay.
I don't know
I
how
think
I don't.
I think if it's like fuck and like shit and those words, but if you're just like hell and like damn and
I guess so. So even though all of that, the knotted up situation and all that craziness, like at the end of the day, them two, Krishan and Lo, making up and hugging it out, I feel like that was the highlight moment of this whole episode. I think it's really, really important with shows like this because it's so much negativity, it's so much fighting, it's so much BS just over and over again. And like, especially us two, we gonna go in on the girls when they start acting up. I think it's important for us to always bring up situations like that because I think that was like it was a cute moment for Krishan because she, up until that moment, she was getting on my nerves. Like, I don't know who told Krishan she was Mother Teresa. Is it Teresa? It's Teresa, right?
Mother Teresa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who told her she was Queen Elizabeth, but she was getting on my nerves. Like, I was ready to turn the whole thing off. I'm like, Krishan, baby girl, if you that girl, you ain't gotta tell everybody you that girl. You just gonna be that girl.
Yeah, this is my show.
Yeah, but that moment just it really I feel like it showed a moment of growth because even last season with her and Aladria Persuasion, like after they had made up, it was like so forced. It was like Aladria wanted her to sit on her lap and yeah, but this time it seemed like it was genuine. And I also think that it happened like that because of who Lauren is, because Lauren really wasn't coming at her like that, whereas Persuasion was really she was jealous of Krishan in some kind of way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just love that happened like that. Like that was just such a cute moment.
Yeah, agreed. And I am happy that Lo was a bigger person. She was literally talking for like what seemed to be 10 minutes trying to say her piece and tell Krishan where she was coming from in that fight and like how she was not expecting that. And I did think it took a long time for Krishan to really warm up and be like, okay, I was in the wrong, like my bad, here's where I was coming from. But I can appreciate the fact that she really was willing to hug it out. And she said, I am a really cool person once you get to know me. I'm not here to fight, which she's never said before. So maybe this will be a season where we see Krishan grow a little bit.
Yeah, that's what it's all about too, like character development. Because all right, you came in this bitch acting a complete fool, but as long as we see some development, like I can get with that. I can get behind Krishan if she's really trying. And you know what? While you said that, how long it took, I think Sky was making it worse because here go Lo trying to talk to Krishan, and eventually the bubble's gonna pop. Yeah. But here you go trying to argue back with Lo. Like, if Krishan didn't tell your ass to argue, what is you doing?
Exactly. And this has nothing to do with you again. Girl, just stop.
Look, if somebody just pull up on Sky and just pop her real quick in the head, I'm going to know it's because her ass did something. She didn't say something.
Oh, yeah. I'm expecting some phone footage to come up within the next month on Instagram.
You know that Sky and Stunner Girl are cool. And let's talk about, like, while we own it, why I just said that, let's talk about how Krishan is feeling Stunner. Like Stunner is Krishan's girl right now.
Wait, what?
You ain't peeped that? So first of all, last episode, Krishan was like, oh, I like Stunner Girl because she don't take nothing from nobody.
Yeah.
So now in this episode, if you notice, while Stunner was fighting Rolly and what's her name, Krishan had came over because Krishan is good. When she gets turned up, she ready to go with everybody and everybody. So she came over to Stunner. She was like, Stunner Girl, you did it. So I don't know.
Oh.
And Stunner was like, nah, I mess with you or whatever. And she was like, yeah, well, I like you too. Like, it was kind of awkward, like kind of weird because it's like two thug misses.
Oh yeah. No, I definitely saw that. I took what you were saying completely wrong. I thought you said they were eating each other's coochies.
No.
I was like, what? Like, I thought you were saying like she's her girlfriend. I was like, what happened? I was so confused. I'm like, I know I skipped over like a couple scenes when they were just having those set up like conversations, but they eat each other's coochies.
No, I was just saying because like if you pay attention to like in every scene where Stunner's trying to get herself together, Krishan is like right there next to her, like helping her get her bag or something and helping her get herself together. So like Stunner and Krishan are like two little pieces of pie.
I had a feeling that was going to happen once
Yeah.
Krishan said that she fucked with her in her interview.
Yeah.
Because they are definitely alike. I mean, it seems like right now, Stunna's the Krishan of the season. A little bit,
Yeah.
meaning like she's literally getting into all the fights.
Yeah.
But she can't really fight like Krishan. It's okay. She's like the underdog
But
Krishan.
I think, but she's more savage than Krishan. I'm not saying that as a
Oh
good
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
She does not give a fuck, and even though she cannot necessarily fight well, she still is like with the shits.
Oh yeah. Like I still think I'm not trying to say it's funny, but as far as like just a viewer, if you take the things that Stunna Girl has done out of the equation and just look at like that sprinter,
Yeah.
I'm still like, cause it was just like swoosh,
Right.
swoosh.
And even after Biggie was trying to say where she was coming from, I was still on Stunna's side.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't seen anybody get upset with us in the comments from where we were coming from. But so I'm just gonna go with that because I'm not changing my mind. I still don't understand why she needed to say what she had to say. And she was definitely, even though she was trying to make it seem like she wasn't, she was trying to get under Stunna's skin. And that's exactly what she did. And she got a drink thrown at her. Maybe that wasn't the right thing to do, but
Well, she got a glass bottle.
Yeah, she got a bottle.
And
She's
it didn't even hit her. It hit Natalie and Scotty.
Right. She's lucky her head didn't look like Lowe's.
Ooh, yeah, she is.
Or like Rolly's butt cheek.
Right, because I mean it's some stuff going on this season. But since you brought up Biggie, because you know that happens right after Lo and Krishan.
Bitches love me, bro. I bet they love me, bro. I don't get disrespected by bitches, bro. Everybody loves me. Like, shut the fuck up. Why are you crying?
That's the thing. And that's what another thing that I was saying too. Like, well, hold on, let's back up because I forgot one thing. So after the fight with Rolly and Stunna Girl, and Rolly was leaving, going to the hospital, you know, Biggie and Tommy had sent her off.
Yeah.
So I heard while Rolly was getting in the car, somebody was like, Tommy, oh girl just wants some clout, don't she? And Tommy was like, fuck, what did Tommy say? I don't know what she said right after. Then she was like, yeah, it was just a straight fight, one-on-one. No, did nobody jump like, or no, she didn't say jumping. She's like, it's a straight fight, one-on-one. She went in, then I went in. Each person had they went on, and I'm like, Tommy, why are you out there lying?
And not only that, nobody went the fuck in because nobody won that fight.
And then she was like, yeah, I don't know why she's sitting there like she won. You didn't win either.
Right. And now I'm trying to figure out where Stunna's black eye came from because I literally did not see one straight hit to her face. Maybe
I didn't see a black eye at all.
Well, she posted like footage on Instagram saying that she got her, and everybody was saying she had a black eye, and then people were pointing.
But I think that was one of them situations where, of course, Tommy has a lot of fans, and so just because Tommy posted and said that, people went with it. Because even in that footage, Stunna never looked at the camera,
right?
So you can't tell, and I didn't see anything in the clips from the show.
Yeah,
and Stunna even went live. My bad, but I was just gonna say Stunna even went live, and she said she didn't have a black eye because she did hit her, but she said she hit her in the back of the head.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so did Rolly. But like I'm just shocked that Tommy couldn't do better. I get it that security was all over her, but she had a good like 2 seconds to get some punches in. I don't think she really had an excuse as to not hit her in the face, but also Stunna, like when Tommy first ran up, Stunna kind of like grabbed her arms so that she actually
she kept, even when she started swinging, they were just all going over the head. It was like she was trying to hook her or something, but it was over her head.
Yeah, it looks like they were all playing Ring Around the Rosie.
Yeah,
it was a mess. The only person that I saw get hits in was Rolly because she was from behind and she was hitting the back of her head.
Yeah, I mean Tommy did hit her 2 times.
Oh shit!
And they was like trying to pull them apart. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I know what you mean when she was reaching over security.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, other than that, that was like a letdown. That was like, not that I want to see them brutally fight, but it's just like everybody hyped Tommy up so bad. And that's another thing. Like, y'all can like who y'all want to like, and that's cool. But you will never catch me hyping up somebody that I haven't even really seen fight just because I like them. we've never seen Tommy actually like, we've seen her get down with one person, that's Tierra on Love and Hip Hop, where she actually was like hitting her in the back of her head. But Tierra was being held down by security.
That is true. That is true.
So it's like we've never actually seen Tommy scrap.
That's
So
true. Yeah, like I mean, I don't. I hope I didn't hype her up for her fights. I know that I think she's fucking. Should I not use the word? She's what word did we use?
what word? Me and
Not,
you?
not crazy. What was the word?
Oh, challenged.
Oh, I know that we said that she was challenged, but I don't think I ever said that she was a great fighter. If I did, I totally take that back because you are correct when it comes to us only seeing her fight once, and you're right.
Yeah.
Security was holding that person back, but I
Mhm.
definitely think she's challenged, and and it was a letdown. I was surprised that we didn't see more of her, and she didn't try to get more of like a lick in or get back at her like
Right.
Lowe did, you know?
Yeah, nobody really, she didn't beat Stunner up. Just Stunner didn't beat her up the first time. She
Mhm.
didn't beat Stunner up the second time. Rolly and Stunner, basically, that was like a tie in my eyes.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
now I will say it looked like from the previews, whenever Biggie does fight Stunner, it looked like Biggie does sit her down.
yeah. You talking about outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look like she got her.
Yeah, she got
We
shit.
don't have to see. You never know the editing, but
Biggie's tall though. That's the thing too. I've noticed that Stunner Girl is short, and me as another short girl, I'm probably like way shorter than Stunner Girl because I'm super short. But a lot of times when you're, because I've gotten in a lot of fights when I was younger,
yeah.
and all my fights have been people who are 5'5" and up, and I'm not even 5 feet. So
Okay.
a lot of times when you're getting into it with people who are taller, you again, like I said with Lowe and Krishan, that's a whole other thing. But you got to come with strategy because if
Right.
not, they're gonna hold that height over you, and you're
Look,
gonna lose.
that's what you gotta do. You gotta literally just uppercut them in the fucking chin.
That would say like you first of all, don't let them hit you first. You gotta
Mhm.
you gotta not sneak them, but you gotta rush up on them real quick and you gotta keep hitting and you cannot fall. Like
I've never understood people like that say hit me first. That could never be me.
no, I mean for me personally, I used to do that. I've done it in a couple of issues I've had because I needed to be able to claim self-defense because I knew police was gonna be called.
Facts, facts. You're right. You're right.
Because
Now that I'm
I'd rather lose than go to jail.
That's true. Yeah, now that I'm older, if I ever got into a fight, I would probably try to
Yeah.
let them do that. So I could be like, I was just trying to defend myself. I wasn't trying to fight this guy.
Right. I ain't pulling up to no houses or nothing. You are not gonna get me. I'm not gonna spend the rest of my life in jail.
Right. I'm not trying to get
Right.
charges pressed on me.
Because you a mad bitch.
Mm.
Please.
We too smart for that.
But back to Biggie and Stunner's conversation. So you go
Mhm.
ahead with your thoughts because you know me, because when it comes to Biggie, I just
I just didn't get it. Like it didn't seem like that it was that hostile of a conversation.
yeah.
Sana didn't really say much. Biggie was saying how she was not trying to like come at her and how she was commenting on Tommy and what they thought was going on with her. And she was like, there's a time and a place for everything. And then 5 seconds later, we see her bawling her eyes out and look, bitch, don't disrespect me. Let me just fight her. Let me fight her one more time. I'm like, was it really that deep? Like, why are you crying now?
It wasn't deep. I'm gonna tell you why she
I
was
didn't
crying.
hear why. Like, I don't think Stunna said anything to make you that upset to where
Mm-mm.
you're angry and crying.
No, let me tell you why. And this is my just character evaluation
Mhm.
from Biggie. So, first and foremost, when Biggie and Stunner was talking, Biggie just felt righteous in what she did. She kept talking about how it was constructive criticism or whatever
Right.
the fuck. Those are words that people will use sometimes, like not everybody, but sometimes when a person is trying to seem like, and I'm not a psychiatrist, it's just I'm just observing, okay? Because I've seen this pattern with plenty of people before.
Mhm.
When someone is trying to seem like they were the one in the right, not necessarily just like the one in the right, but the one who had the best intention, and they're just this sophisticated person in a sense of like, I'm so smart and I'm so great and I handled everything so well, and they'll say stuff like that. Well, that was just constructive criticism, or that was just, first of all, it wasn't constructive criticism because you didn't say, Stunner, I feel like you should have did that, whatever.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's constructive criticism. And number two, why the fuck are you trying to give constructive criticism to a bitch you don't know and a girl that you just got into it with? Like, Y'all got into it on the sprinter twice.
Right. And 3, she didn't ask for your fucking
She
constructive
didn't ask.
criticism.
Now, if she asked, then okay, you have every right to be mad, but she didn't ask.
Right.
And then when she was talking, she was like, I was just saying da 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 da. You told me, bitch, shut the fuck up. And then everybody laughed. That's why she started crying. Because Krishan, especially Krishan, one of the girls that she think is, because you got Krishan, you got Natalie, you got Tommy.
Yeah.
The bigger names of the group of people. That's why Biggie came at, or called herself coming at Cat. That's why she came at Stunna, because she came at people who she would never come at none of the 3 that I just mentioned.
Right.
But because these are the ones she's trying to get close to, because obviously Biggie wants a name for herself or whatever the fuck, which is cool. You're a reality star. You're supposed to want a name for yourself, but in an authentic way. But because she want to be close to them and they just all started laughing, especially Krishan, that hurt her feelings.
Right.
That hurt her feelings. That's why
that makes a lot of sense thinking about the scene over again. Like from your point of view, that definitely makes sense.
Because she's not as strong as she tried to carry on like she is. Like, it's all fake. And that's so, I don't dislike Biggie, like, in general, because I haven't seen anything outside of her versus Stunna. But based off of what you've given us, like, you're trying to come off in a certain way. You seem to be very weak, and that's okay too, because that can be worked on. But don't be afraid to just be like, you know, you're weak in that sense. I mean, Natalie ain't gonna like you because Natalie don't like human beings. She likes bad bitch robots. But other than that, who gives a fuck about Natalie Nunn?
Yeah. And she also might just think that the viewers don't want to see that side of her. But in actuality, the people that are a little bit more mature that are watching, like us, like, we want to see that too. Yeah, look, we like the fighting. It's entertaining as fuck. But it literally stresses us the fuck out. And I mean, what was the last thing that we said about last episode? We were like, we want to see Lo and Krishan hug it out.
Right.
And if by some miracle, at some point in the season, obviously it's not going to be soon because they fight again, but if they can talk it out after their next fight and we see a different side of Biggie.
Don't say Biggie and Stunna Girl because they still going at it online.
Oh, god damn it. Okay, maybe we're not going to see it this season. I was about to say, because look, you remember me, episode 1, I was saying she was my preseason favorite. So I really do want to see a side of her that will make me like her again. I can't say that I necessarily like really liked her because I only saw her from the auditions. There wasn't much that I saw, but I mean, she's getting on my fucking nerves. We're 3 episodes in, so like there is time to turn it around, but I don't see it happening if we're basing it off of the fact that they're still beefing. So that kind of sucks.
Yeah. And see, you're not the only person who said that they liked Biggie based off the auditions, but now she's getting on their nerves.
Yeah.
And that just further tells me that you're trying a little too hard to be
something.
I don't know, a character.
Yeah.
Like, everybody here is playing a character, but their character is a part of who they are. It may not be entirely who they are, but it's a part. And it's like yours isn't coming off as even a part. Because how are you gonna sit there and tell Stunna that? How are you gonna tell her the reason why she mad? Was she literally telling you the reason why she got mad?
Exactly.
But in your mind, you have just decided that it was because of Tommy. Because her and Tommy are going at it. So it's like you trying to figure out a way to make you on Tommy's side so it can make sense as to why you don't like Stunna Girl. It's just so, like, that's so exhausting. Like, girl, just be yourself.
And just trying to insert yourself into a situation that has nothing to do with you because you want to make this episode about you.
Right.
You're trying to play a character. Baby, you didn't think this character out thoroughly before you came on the show, because this character, it ain't it. It sucks. We don't like it.
Came out the gate just, you a promoter because I pay promoters. Like, and then a lot of people didn't even understand the gist of that. Biggie, I don't know what Biggie thinking in her mind or what she thinks she's trying to say, but if you gonna sit up here, if the girl says she's not a promoter and you trying to push her being a promoter on her and then say, well, I pay promoters work up under me, you trying to little girl her.
Right.
That's why it was an issue. And then you act just oblivious as if that, I don't know why she don't, I don't give a fuck. Like, girl, please.
Right. You ever play The Sims?
I do. Well, not no more, but I used to.
Great game. I miss playing that game. So you know when you create a character and you have them do all these different things throughout their life for so many days of playing, and you build this character of theirs, and they have like certain emotions that do certain things based off how you've had them doing them for so long. And then you end up realizing this character fucking sucks. Let me get this house to light on fire and burn my character in it, and I'll create a new one. That's what she needed to do. I wish this was The Sims.
Yeah, burn that character.
Burn that character.
And then just randomize a new one.
Right, exactly. Just try again, spin the wheel of fortune. Let's try again. Let's start over, babe.
And actually don't even because you know when you do The Sims, and I don't know which one's the last one you played, but the last one I played, if you burn them, they come back as like a burnt up ghost. So I would just drown mine.
Not reincarnated. What the No, that would be the worst. Okay, we can't do that. Let's hope that it's like the old version of The Sims where they stay dead, not
Sims
dead.
1.
We're not gonna say dead. We don't want
No.
just the character she's created.
Yeah, the character. Like Sims 1, like in 180p.
Yes, exactly. Not 180p. 2 frames per second.
Look, I used to play that shit all day long.
Oh man, I love The Sims. Once I was just over it and I wanted to restart it, and don't put me in a mental hospital for saying this, but I burnt my whole family, including a baby, in that house. Because I was the husband, I had a wife and a baby, and the baby just wouldn't shut the fuck up, and my wife wouldn't help at all. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna restart this shit and restart a family and burn my whole family in there. I deleted the doors. I went outside the house, deleted the doors. And then just
nurse, be he over here. Come get him.
Don't. I do not need a psychiatrist. I swear. Don't put me in padded walls. It was just a game. I was 8 years old.
Listen, let me tell you something embarrassing about that game, real quick. So you know how when I first started playing, I don't know why, but I didn't know you could buy a house, because every time I would make a family, all the lots would be taken, like the houses.
Yeah.
And if there was a house that was empty, they would never give me enough money to buy a house. So I would just buy a lot and I would just put like a toilet.
No, wait, I at least built my house.
No, I didn't build a house. I didn't even understand. I didn't know build mode existed for like a year.
So you don't have walls or a ceiling?
No, it was just like this little area is gonna be the kids' room, and this was
no.
This little area is gonna be. I would put a TV in the grass.
Not you didn't use the cheat codes for unlimited money?
I didn't even know about cheat codes until I was like 3 years into the game.
Oh no. Not you. How'd you plug the TV in the grass?
Look, some type of electricity from the lightning.
It worked.
It works.
Like and I can't remember if the weather changed and like it rained on your TV and shit.
Oh no, not season 1. That was season 1 with I played Bella Goth. But the thing is, Bella Goth and Mortimer, they already had a mansion, but I would take Bella Goth, like a new Bella Goth, and put her on the grass.
I'm We need to take Biggie's character and put her in the grass with no roof. And no electricity. That's how bad that character is. That's how bad that character is. All right, we're gonna move forward because I feel bad for talking so much about her horrible character that needs to burn in the house fire.
That's the thing too, though. Like I kind of feel like, because I'm not a person, I'm not gonna keep talking like poorly about somebody. Well, I ain't gonna say poorly, but it's just like I don't have anything positive to say about her right now, and I don't want to keep talking negative on her because it's not really. I don't, like I said, I don't dislike her. It's not
a personal thing. Yeah, it's not a personal like hatred.
Yeah, but it's just like right now she's just doing the fucking most. Like,
how'd you feel about the preview for next week? Because I heard something and I'm trying to figure out. I think I have a gist as to what is going down next episode, but did you catch anything?
Yeah,
Scotty and Razor.
Yeah, it seems like, from my knowledge of what I heard, and I usually watch anything I'm going to comment on, I usually watch it twice, but this I only watched it once, so I may be wrong. But it seems like they all go out and like Razor was dancing, and Scotty may have been like touching her butt, and maybe her hand slipped to her vagina part, and Razor turned up from that.
Okay, cool. So we gathered the same thing. I mean, it wasn't like it was a difficult thing to understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, she said, "I'm twerking my ass. That's mine." And she's like, when did I touch your pussy? Like, we saw that in the trailer also. She's like, when did I ever touch you?
Yeah.
But don't they all do that when they go out? They're all over each other, making out with each other.
In the
And
trailer, Razor is grinding up on Scotty's, I mean not Scotty, on Krishan's cooch.
on Krishan's, Razor
Yeah.
is.
In the trailer. In the breast.
So she must have had some pre-existing issues with Scotty. Maybe it happens next episode before they go out. And then she thinks everything's okay. And then she touches her coochie and she's like, don't fucking touch me. Because you can't be mad at one person for doing it and then not mad at the other.
Well, I mean, I think because it can be so many things, so many
Yeah.
reasons. Because with the thing with Krishan, Razor is on Krishan.
Right.
So Razor obviously came over to her. But I mean, again, like, this is just me pre-speaking without knowing what actually happened. Like, well, first of all, of course, always, if somebody don't want to be touched, then don't touch. Like, if you don't know them, even if y'all always go out, y'all always like touch each other's butt or whatever, like how girls be doing.
Mhm.
But still, you don't know her. So you've been able to get away with it up until now, but you've met somebody that just don't like that.
Well, I hope it's vocalized at the time in the club, like when it happens.
Yeah.
I hope she says, don't touch me. And then if Scotty keeps touching her, then that is 100%
Yeah.
understandable that she turns up on her at the house. But if she never says it and then gets mad afterwards, after she allowed Scotty to touch all over her, then it's going to be like, really, this is completely unnecessary and
Right.
unwarranted.
That's the second part I was gonna say is I kind of feel like with all the girls there, no matter who you are, if you're coming onto this show and this is your first season, you need to do your due diligence and look back at the previous season and see what they were doing there, because you would see Scotty and Slim was coochie bumping in the club.
Mhm.
Scotty and Krishan was tongue kissing. Everybody just be
with Scotty's white tongue.
yo.
Mm.
Everybody be touching everybody's butt cheeks, like, and from what I've seen, it hasn't been in like anything other than like a girls doing that type of shit,
Yeah.
type of way. So not that Razor don't have a right to say anything.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, if you were to know what you're coming into, then you would be able to say before y'all even go out, like, hey, I don't like all that touchy stuff. That's my boundary. Don't touch me.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I want to ask the same question that we asked last episode. Is there anything specific that you want to see next episode?
I do want to find. I do want to see the two people who irritated me this episode. I want to see something about them as a person. So Biggie and Sky. I want to see something about Biggie that's like, what do you like to do? Like, okay, you're an event promoter. Will you be putting together an event for the girls this time? Or like, what are some things about you that are interesting so we can get to know who Biggie is? And then with Sky, like, get off from under Krishan for a second. Like, I know Sky had an incident where she got robbed and I think she got shot or she got shot at or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
What happened with that? Like, let's know your story. So that's what I would like to see.
Okay. I want to see a little bit more of Tommy because kind of like Krishan, we've seen nothing from her other than when she just arrives in the house and there's like some drama going on. So I do want to see something from her. I'm not sure what, but just some type of substance outside of her fighting. Like, I don't understand why she's here. She literally just arrives in the middle of the night. That's what it seems like. So, I mean, along with a couple of other girls like Krishan and JJ Sky. And I was going to say, I want to see a little bit more of Krishan too. Like,
yeah,
I'm hoping that next episode we might see her discuss the fight and maybe her and Lo might talk a little bit more about what happened. And we might see a more vulnerable side of Krishan. So that'll be nice. And I also want to see more of Kat because she was kind of like, I don't think was she in any scene this episode? Other than
she did have one small confessional and you could see her like off to the side, like just watching the fights and stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, other than her small little confessionals and her saying her input about what was going on, like, she didn't have any scene in this episode. So I want to see more of her. And, like, I don't know if she has stuff to promote or something. We already like her for who she is.
Yeah.
I just want more context and background. Like, we haven't seen her for so long, so I want more of her.
Yeah. Well, I do have, like, an opposition for Krishan.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be honest, like, I want to see less of Krishan, and not because I'm not being funny. I I feel like I want to see less of Krishan because I think it would be cool for her to just be on her Krishan shit. Like Krishan was at Diddy's birthday party. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was at Young Miami's birthday party last weekend, this last weekend, like, you know, doing stuff like that. Like how she said, you know, I got photo shoots and I got no, but she is working outside of this. And it's like, you know, because on my review, I said if you're gonna be a part of this, don't complain about it. But I mean, if you gonna be, I agree with her. Like if you gonna be that girl, then like go ahead and like, you know, make your money, do your thing or whatever. Just as long as you're not complaining and acting like you're just the queen of Egypt or whatever like that. But
right.
I just think it would be nice to see her less in, because this show is about fighting, because that's what Natalie said.
Right.
So it would be nice to see her less in a show like this, especially with her basically saying she does not want to fight. I'd rather just see her, you know, pop in at the neutral or good times.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, it's a toxic environment for someone her age and for someone that's already fought so much in her life. So if she wants to get out of this whole lifestyle, then she needs to get off the show. So yeah. No, you're totally right.
Back to back from Baddies South to her show and then now Baddies West. Like she deserves a little break.
Yeah, and her Crazy in Love show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Her document. That's I call it.
Oh yes. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I mean, the only reason why I'm saying that, I just really just want to, if possible, I just want to see a mature, full-on mature, one-on-one conversation with her and Lo. Yeah. And if I see that, I'll be like, okay, I'll give her a chance. I don't dislike her, but you're right when it comes to the fact that she needs to like not be in an environment like this.
Yeah.
I don't think she needed to be on season 2.
No, she didn't. And that's the thing, because Krishan just started her reality TV career. And I know a lot of people in my own comments, so they probably do it in yours too. They were talking about how she had the competition show. I'm not including that because it's not reality TV. Yeah. But it's I guess it is, but it's like competitive. So she started with this type of reality TV in 2020. So that's 2020, 2021, 2022. So because we're just in February. So 3 years worth of TV. You went from Blue Girls Club, then you got on the social media with Blueface. Immediately, y'all started y'all shenanigans. Then you went to South Central Baddies. Now then you went to Baddies South. Then you had your document. Then you go to, so it's just like over and over and over and over again, from, you know, the fights in the reality shows, the fights outside of that. As many fights as she's been that we've seen on the show, she's been in just as many off the show.
Yep.
And it's like, it's nonstop. And at some point, you know, what about your music career? And what else do you want to do? Like, do you think you want to act? Do you think you want to, is there a business that you want to create? Because I just would like to see some balance with her.
Something productive to help help you grow and change your life in a positive way. Like, yeah, sure, this show is going to get you a lot of followers, but it's still impacting you negatively.
Yeah.
So there are so many other things that you can do to grow in a positive way and get yourself out of this mentality.
Right.
Sage, did you see the picture of her in her wedding dress when someone put it side by side by the Bride of Chucky?
I did not.
Oh my God. I fell out of my work chair.
You know, I would think that they would probably put her picture beside the sun though. Cause you know how the sun
Sage,
looking crazy.
Hell is hot.
No, I ain't saying that's how. I ain't saying she looked like the sun, but I'll say as far as craziness, they give off the same type of craziness.
We do not use that word. We use
the challengingness.
Challenge.
The challenging look that they have. Because Krishan looked like, I know Krishan is not ugly by far. I think that, you know, her lifestyle and stuff has started to affect her appearance, but nothing that can't be reversed. But I think Krishan's cute, but it's just at times her challenged ways show in her facial expressions and shit, how her hair be all everywhere. Like,
no, you're right. You know when she looks like the sun when she's crying to Blue. Like, I don't think she's ugly whatsoever. I think she's cute, but she got an ugly cry. I got an ugly cry too, but she got a bad one. and she literally sounds like a baby.
She do sound like a baby, like a little toddler. And before we get off of Krishan, one of the main things that I wish for her too is to let go of that alcohol, because that alcohol is doing her so bad.
Oh
Her
my
and
God.
Tommy.
Right. Like,
Let it go.
I mean, and y'all that the people that watch Crazy in Love know what we're talking about because she is like so incoherent on that show 90% of the time
Mhm.
that you cannot understand what she's saying without subtitles.
Yeah.
And half the time, the subtitles are wrong because the person that was doing the interpretation did not understand. Like,
Oh Lord. I see I didn't even, I didn't watch the show, so I didn't even know that was going on over there.
if you go back and watch it, like you will be like, what the fuck is she saying? And I mean, same with Blue, but like that's just because he's really soft spoken,
Mm-hmm.
unless he's like beating her ass, but we didn't see that. Allegedly. Moving on.
Yeah, I have no comment on that.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess we can wrap it up because I didn't think we were actually gonna be talking this much, but I had some things to say about certain people as usual. But
Yeah.
where can they follow you, Sage?
You guys can find me here on YouTube at GoldenBaby, or if you're watching this in a couple weeks at Sage Speaks. Other than that, I am on social media break, so y'all can't see none of this good nice fat ass I got until maybe April, May. Maybe I'll post some. Maybe I'll have an OnlyFans that I can
Oh, 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 we're doing OnlyFans.
play it.
Upiana.
But I'm not on anything else right now because I'm on a social media break. But you guys can always follow me on YouTube at GoldenBaby, and I'll have all my updates over there. So,
Okay, guys, and be sure to follow me at Donttouchmaher on Instagram. Obviously, please subscribe to the Mo Visuals YouTube page. Be sure to follow Sage at GoldenBaby. Thank you so much for being here, and do not forget to send me that video of you slipping on a loaf of bread because I have not forgotten that, and I will never forget it. And I've been waiting for it, and it's been like 3 days since you told me about it.
listen.
And do you know how I've literally had been like looking at my phone, waiting, and I didn't want to bother you about it, but now I'm going to because you can't just throw something like that at me.
I didn't
Hey.
forget. The problem is I think that I may have drunkenly deleted the actual part of me slipping, but I do have the part of right immediately after I slipped.
I
But
wish you
it's
could
like,
see my face right now. I'm so mad at you. How you want to tell me something that like iconic that you slipped on a loaf of bread, which I don't know where the fuck that loaf of bread came from unless you were in the Cheesecake
man,
Factory.
I don't know where that loaf of bread came from. I was just walking, minding my business, trying to find my car, and all of a sudden, then I had on these like disco white shoes, and all of a sudden, I'm just tumbling on the ground, and like the shoes got scuffed up, and I got up and I said, "I tripped on a loaf of bread, bitch."
Was it like sourdough bread? Was it bagged?
Now I'm gonna sit it down because I know I got that part.
Oh my God. I really can we fucking pay someone to animate that? Oh my God. Like we need some type of visual.
You trying to embarrass me?
Look,
That
I
was an
will
embarrassing.
if you have it, I will blur out your face. I'll do it.
Listen, what makes it even more funny is that my car got towed. So we're going round and round in circles looking for a car that's not there. And who knows how many times I passed that loaf of bread and just so happened to trip on it. I got the video of loaf of bread. I'll
Oh
send it
my.
to him and I'll let him insert it here.
Okay, if you don't want me to, I won't. I promise.
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay. Oh, well, that is going to be the highlight of my night. So, but thank you again for joining me. I can't wait to do this again next week. And you
Of
are so
course.
much smarter than me. I would love to do a social media break, but unfortunately, I'm like attached to it and I don't have the willpower to do
Oh
so.
no, you got it's been the best thing ever. I just permanently deleted my Facebook. I haven't been on
Ooh.
TikTok in 6 weeks. It's so great.
You must be in the best like headspace.
I'm getting there.
That's good. It takes time. That's understandable. All right.
I'm
Well,
I'm dropping you this video right now, actually.
oh
Let
my
me
God, hold
find
on.
your
Okay. I just maybe I can get I can't wait.
it's so stupid. It's just like 15 seconds. I caught the very last part.
Oh my! I see the love forever. Why is there just a fucking like wheat for bread on the fucking concrete?
That bread was hard as hell.
I tripped on a loaf of bread, bitch. A loaf of fucking bread, bitch. No. Cause Sage still good, bitch.
All right, well, thank you for making my night by seeing that video, and I hope you guys get a laugh out of it because it is fucking hysterical. And guys, comment down below what your favorite moments of the episode were.
Dog, I want y'all to comment right now. Say, fuck that bread, bitch.
All right, y'all, comment down below saying "fuck that bread" because that way we'll know you're a real one and that you watch the entire after show.
The entire show. Great.
All right, I'm gonna let you go and I'm gonna see you next week. Okay.
All right, bye, you guys.
All right, bye, guys. Have a good night.